line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Dragic. It was right there. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Butler into the front court. 10-6 our score. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Matthews sets him up. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Dragic to Butler. And the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
The Bucks at the controls. To Middleton. Bledsoe knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Eric Bledsoe with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Count that one, and a 4-point trip. Butler to bring it up. Down 8. Slams it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Picked up by the Bucks. And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Bucks have it.
Give me that. Try again.
To Bledsoe.
Hey, take mine. Take mine. I got yours. I need yours.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Burke with it. Margins 8. Oh, I missed a short one there. Bledsoe tosses. Flushes down the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Burke with it. Trailing by 10. To Butler. Wesley Matthews swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley Matthews. Giannis Antetokounmpo able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ah, that's a 24-second violation. Antetokounmpo to Middleton.
Watch that cutter.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Miami's got it. Butler. Has a chance. The shot by Butler.
No. I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Throws it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Take the shot.
The drive. Right to the basket. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit them where it hurts.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The lead is 11. To Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo. His first effort off the mark. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 4. Good start.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Giannis Antetokounmpo tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lobs it up, flushes down the slam.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Burke with it. His guys trail by 13. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. New blood coming in for both sides. Butler. Down low Randolph. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
To Randolph. The big fella, Zach Randolph. Missed his first. That one goes.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Burke with it. His guys down big. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Bam Adebayo trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. George Hill. To Matthews.
Cutter.
There's the toss. Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
I got something for him.
To Butler. Here comes the screen. Oh, he blocked it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Greek Freak for two. Not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To Randolph. From the painted area, won't go down. To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Changes coming from both sides right now. To Randolph. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Zach Randolph. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
It's the Heat with the possession. Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Screen coming. Adetokunbo cleans it up. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Burke with it. Just under a minute to go in a very one-sided first quarter of play. Count the basket inside.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Trey Burke. It's no good. Shots not going down. The big fella, Zach Randolph. 2 of 4 now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no...
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. And
Hey, it's our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Bledsoe to Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The pass set it all up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Middleton. Kicks it around the perimeter to Middleton. Lopez. And the rebound taken by Butler. To Randolph. Almost. Unlucky bounce. To Matthews. Here's Lopez. Down low. And finishes strong. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk and another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. Time to shuffle things up. Butler. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Bledsoe. Beyond the arc for 3. And Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
No good.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
They'll go to Butler, down low, and throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Bledsoe with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. To Butler.
Screen, I got your help.
Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Bucks at the controls. Jimmy Butler with the block. And he'll head to the line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. And look out.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, We all knew what was going to happen.
To Lopez. Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
He don't want it. He don't want it. Double.
Butler.
Double.
They love this hustle. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's now 5 for 6.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Udonis Haslem at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Matthews. And scored. Strong take.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Can't miss those. To Matthews. Lets it fly from long range. Well contested. Wesley Matthews can't hit it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Bucks at the controls. He throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Butler. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Jimmy Butler now 3 for 9.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Bledsoe. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Butler. Here comes the screen. Kicks it around the perimeter.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Chris Middleton with the slam.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
I got him. I got him. Here we go.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Bucks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Miami Heat were non-existent in the paint defensively through the first two quarters. You can't give up easy points and expect to have success. These troubles started right away, and they also need to go away right away. They've also got to have to figure it out.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
My ball.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. He gets it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. He'd have the basketball. Giannis Adetokunbo sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Whoops, that won't go.
I got him. Trap. Got him. Get the ball.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
It's the Heat with the possession to Butler. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. Ginobili misses. To Middleton. And And a nice finish at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Block up. Here you come.
Dragic. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Passed it off. Wesley Matthews above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Adetokunbo. Misfires. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Miami with the basketball. To Butler. Here comes the screen.
Screen right.
Butler for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Adetokunbo. Middleton to the rim. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Butler. Screen coming. Butler over to the right side. To Butler. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3.
Back door.
Goran Dragic. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. For 3. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Dragic to Butler. Dragic to Butler. Got it. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Dragic. That's out. Last touch by Goran Dragic. Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Middleton. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. To Hill. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And George Hill, good on the quick release for 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Miami's got it. Butler. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Middleton throws it up. To Butler. Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Wesley Matthews trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Heat with the possession. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Kelly Olynyk at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Has a look. Antetokounmpo shot no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. The drive. Right. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Middleton. 4-3. Good contest. Middleton off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
They'll go to Butler down low. Got a piece.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Missed a wide open look. Pass to the rim. Pass stolen by Miami.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Burke with it. Down a bundle.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
Bucks basketball. Sets him up. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Tosses. He'd get control. To Randolph. The big fella, Zach Randolph. 4 out of 7.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Hill. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Burke with it. He'll run the offense. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Randolph. With a drop step. And the rebound taken by Lopez.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Giannis Antetokounmpo snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Antetokounmpo, open look. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. George Hill lobs it up.
That's me. I got ball.
Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
With a drop step, Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Bucks have it. Matthews. Won't go down. He'd have the basketball.
Big pick right there.
Trey Burke. Gets a look. Can't hit.
My ball.
And he finishes at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
My ball.
The drive, right to the basket. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Antetokounmpo. Here's a chance from long range. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Hill to Antetokounmpo. Stuffs it down with authority.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
It's the Heat with the possession.
I got ball.
They work it to Randolph, down low. Nothing going here on that drive. The big fella, Zach Randolph. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Fires the 3. That's not his range. It's no good.
Screen right.
Here comes the screen. Trey Burke. And the rebound corralled by Lopez. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Bucks in control so far. So the Heat will have it to start this 4th and final quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it.
Down low for Leonard. Off the assist.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
5 to shoot for Miami. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Wide open look, won't go. To George Hill. George Hill. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Shot from the lane won't go. Bucks have the rebound. Trying to cash in, and a putback slam.
Oof, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Miami with the basketball. Oh, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Burke shot off the mark. Short jumper stays. Oh, and a putback.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
I got ball. I'm here.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Slams it down. And there was no stopping him that time. He's been a one-man show. But, Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Has a chance. Not that time. Miami's got it. Probing the defense. Gets a shot up off the mark. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
And count the basket inside.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. The Bucks at the controls. And a throwdown.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. From long range. That out of his range and no good. Screen coming. Can't connect. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Deep three at the buzzer. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up for Jay and our entire crew.
The Bucks dominated this game from beginning to end. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Milwaukee Bucks looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Miami Heat. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.